Hi, Chef Mary here, Corporate Executive Chef for Reinhart, Boston. I'm here at the wonderful Union Oyster House, downtown Boston. Today we're going to have the opportunity to go in and try some of the wonderful new dishes that the chef has created for us. So come on with me as we go inside and meet Chef Rico. I'm here with Chef Rico DeFronzo. Chef, thank you for having us today. The Union Oyster House, America's longest running restaurant. You're known for your oysters, and
Yes,
you
we are.
can't miss them when you walk into the building. So how many oysters do we serve each year?
Each year we serve on the half shell, approximately 1 million oysters a year.
1 million oysters. That's just mind-boggling.
So Chef, as we walk down in here, we're going back in time. So now we're moving into the part of the original building. We stop right here because this is what we call as our Wall of Fame. This is just a small microcosm of people that have come here.
Who hasn't been here?
Their name's on the end, right? So Chef, now we're in the original building. This building was put up in the 1700s, became the Oyster Bar in the 1800s, 1826.
Okay.
And it looks like we got a seat over there open. Want to go try a couple oysters?
I'd love to.
Let's go.
Look at that.
Well, let's come upstairs, but before we do, I want to stop over here in the landing and show you a couple things. So over here we have the first waitress in Boston and the first waitress in the United States.
Famous shuckers starting back in 1905
Right,
up
and-
until 1998.
Yeah, and we could probably add on to this if we have more room. We have a lot of guys down here that
Well,
are
the
pretty
two
famous.
gentlemen that just served us,
They should be
were
right up
great.
here as well.
Absolutely.
So Chef, we're in the Pine Room. And one of the unique things is this right here. Louis Philippe, the King of France, lived in this room for 18 years while he was in exile.
So this is where he lived.
This is where he lived, the
this
Pine
room
Room.
right here.
And the reason it's dimly lit because it was lit by candlelight. And
Okay.
the owners like to keep that historical piece because we are still in the original building. So Chef, let's go in this last building. This is the Colonial Room. What you see is Boston in colonial days. Dirt roads, Faneuil Hall with the awnings up. On the other side you have pictures of sailing ships coming into the harbor.
So all this history that I have learned today has made me very hungry. I'm starved. I got a couple chef buddies downstairs. We're ready to try some of your wonderful dishes. So let's
All
go.
right, Chef,
eat.
let's go. Let's go.
So we're in the Daniel Webster room, and joining us are two of my chef buddies, Ross Pagliani and Joe Miori.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. So Chef, in front of us, oysters,
Oysters.
Oyster House, makes sense. So what do we have?
So we've got some blue points here, and we have some Prince Edward Island. So basically, guys, dig right in.
All right, guys, let's
start
give
with
it
some
a
blue
try.
points here. Salute.
Nice and
Very
briny, nice
Yeah.
crisp ocean flavor.
I love that. Just a touch of lemon, delicious.
You find you sell a lot more from one demographic area than the other, like Maine as to Massachusetts?
What we try to
or-
do is bring the oysters in from just starting in the New England states and going north. We get approached all the time to bring oysters in from other parts of the country, but it doesn't make sense. Because what are you coming in New England for? New England Fair.
So they were excellent. What's on deck?
Well, we're going to be doing our classic clam chowder. It's classic New England, thick, rich, creamy, potatoes, clams, clam juice, salt, pepper, celery, onion. Cornbread is basically a scratch recipe. It's pretty much, eggs, flour, sugar, milk, and basically serve them as you see. This is the size. We didn't cut these big just for you guys. This is the size we serve our guests.
So let's dig in.
Have you everything that you feel differentiates your chowder from other people? or-
Everybody seems to want to get creative with the chowder. They're throwing fresh herbs in there.
Yeah.
But in the end, really, this was that classic New England. All the ingredients that were in this area at the time when they put the chowder together. Someone came up with that recipe and obviously put it together.
Like you say, too many people are getting creative with the chowders. This is traditional. Very nice.
You've noticed that we have a Sam Adams in front of us. Tell us a little bit about this brew that we're about to try.
This is a Colonial Ale. It's only made for the Union Oyster House, and it's basically a rich, hearty, dark amber beer. Gentlemen, please try it. Tell me what you think of it. This is a popular item.
Don't
The
have to ask
bartenders.
me twice. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
Cold.
This is very drinkable.
Yeah,
I mean, this,
yeah. Very nice.
it's-
Right, and you can have more than one of these and not feel full. It might be after the cornbread and one of these and the chowder.
Well, everything's been excellent so far. Bring on the next course.
All right, Joe.
For our final dish, you've created a Maryland-style crab cake using the bluefin crab.
Correct.
Right.
A little bit of seasoning.
Okay.
A couple other items in there. That's it.
So growing up not far from the Chesapeake Bay, that's a traditional Maryland crab cake. So, gentlemen, I think we try this, and let's get your input, please. I love the panko because it gives it a really hearty crunch.
Yep.
And it doesn't appear that you have a lot of breading inside from
not.
what I'm tasting.
No, there's very little.
A lot of meat in there.
It's almost all
meat,
meat.
yeah.
And it's a nice balance. I mean, a lot of people, as we went back to the chowder, when they put the melons and Old Bay or other seasonings in there, that's the predominant flavor.
Right.
Where you don't get that here.
You
It's
just
very
get,
nice.
it's the aftertaste. You get
Yes.
a little bit of the obey in the back. Aioli is nice and simple, but adds a flavor depthness to the crab cake as well. I think they're wonderful. I mean, it's just, again, coming from this neck of the woods, you've done well, very well,
Nice job,
very
Chef.
nice. Chef, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to allow us other chefs to humbly come in and be part of this historic restaurant, to learn all the fascinating things that you had the opportunity to share with us, to try your wonderful cuisine, which was fantastic. Chef Rico, again, thank you very much, sir.